Stop spending so much money on dumb shit. Listen, I've spent an asinine amount of cash on things that haven't seen the light of day in so long. Whether it was thousands of dollars on shoes that have been stuck in that closet for the last 9 months, designer bags that really only ever get used when I'm on a plane, so let's be real, 7 months of the year, they just sit in my closet. The thousands of dollars of camera equipment that I don't even know how to utilize. Thousands of dollars in accessories like watches, rings, necklaces, and guys, this isn't even the half of it. Now I know, you might be like, why the fuck am I gonna take advice from this guy when he just showed me tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff that he claims he never utilizes? Well, bear with me, because right now I am in an amazing place due to the fact that I have the right mindset, habits, and rituals which allow me to buy the things that you guys just saw. You see, the money that I have spent on everything that I just demonstrated to you didn't stress me out, and I don't feel like it was wasted because of the fact that I've embraced the tips I'm gonna share in this video. It was very hard for me to stop impulse buying. Every time I would open up my Amazon, every time I would go to the mall and hang out with my friends, every time that I had a chance to spend money, I would pull up my fucking debit card and start wasting the cash that was in my bank account. And realistically, it was because I was bored. Nobody taught me any other way to live, and nobody gave me any direction in the money spending department. So that's what I'm gonna do with you right now. The first thing I want you to do to stop spending fucking money and stop wasting the cash that you worked so hard to achieve is to go outside and develop a hobby. Do something that distracts you 100%. You see, when I'm boxing, I am 100% distracted from my phone, from my computer, and from outside life, because if I'm not paying attention, I'm gonna get slapped by a punch or slapped by the pad getting thrown back at me. Through physical activity or hobbies in general, you will be able to distract yourself from all of the impulses you might have. Because let's be real, a lot of you guys are just bored. And because you are bored, because you are not distracting yourself from those impulses, you are feeding the addiction of buying new things. The second thing I want you to do to stop wasting your fucking money and stop wasting cash is to avoid places that are money pits. Stop going on all the online shopping markets. Stop going to hang out at the fucking mall. Stop going to the farmers markets when you don't need to just because they have the cool trinkets and everything else. Avoid these places. The only reason why you are going to them is because you are bored. You try to distract yourself with a money pit. Instead, avoid them. Go do something else. Read a book. Hang out with your family. Watch a movie. Go learn something. Go learn something that will make you cash, not take your cash. Tip number 3 is a little bit of a contradiction. You see, this entire video is about telling you not to waste your fucking cash on unnecessary shit. However, there is a reason why I have all of these things. I have set myself up into a place where I'm not hurting for cash anymore. In the last 9 years of my life, I went from a broke drug addict iron worker. I had no money, so I had to embrace tip number 1 and 2. 2, a 7-figure earner, sober off of everything, completely transformed my life, and now I'm able to buy whatever the fuck I want. Regardless of being able to buy whatever the fuck I want, I embrace tip number 3, number 1 theory that I'm going to explain right now. And the theory is simple. If you can't buy it once, destroy it, and buy it again, you shouldn't even be looking at it in the first place. I asked myself, if I bought this, brought it home, and then destroyed it, could I afford another one? The answer is yes. I want it, so I buy it. Why? Because I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting something and buying it. In the last 9 years, I went from the broke drug addict to the 7-figure earner. In that 9 years, I've had multiple areas where I ate dog shit. I didn't start spending money like this until the last 2 years. People see the G-Wagon, they see the R8, they see this $2 million home that I am living in right now filming these videos. I didn't buy any of that until the last year and a half. I am aware of what I'm spending my cash on. Do I have the money in my bank account? After taxes are dealt with, after all the bills are paid, making sure my son is healthy and fed, my wife is sustained, happy, cared for. I ask myself all these questions. If the answer is yes to the entire checklist, then I spend the cash on the item. So it's a little bit of a contradictory tip. It's a little bit of a contradiction in this video in itself, because I'm trying to tell you how to not waste money, but I'm also not gonna fucking lie to you. And I like spending money on the things that I actually want because I know what it's like to not have. So now that I can have, I'm gonna buy what I want, but I'm gonna embrace tip number 1 and 2 first. over anything else. The first thing I did when I was that drug addict ironworker struggling, had no fucking cash to do anything, is I developed a hobby. If you go back on my YouTube, you will literally find boxing videos from 2015, which by the way, was my drug addict ironworking days. I developed that hobby to get myself out of the bars, get myself away from spending money every single fucking day on things that were killing me. I spent an asinine amount of cash on alcohol and drugs. I am not joking, I probably spent more in alcohol and drugs than anything else combined in this office. It's disgusting, and I hate myself for it, but that's my past. And by embracing tip number 1 and 2, avoiding those bars, avoiding those malls, avoiding those raves, avoiding the money pits, finding fucking hobbies that were better for my mindset, finding hobbies that were better for my life, finding hobbies that were gonna distract me from the fucking impulse buys and the money pits, I was able to become the person you guys see today, which led me into tip number 3, which is, if you can sacrifice what you want now for what you want most, spend money on the shit that you actually want in this life. Because when you are able to put on the fucking ring, when you're able to get into the car that you like, put on shoes that make you feel amazing, wear a backpack that makes you feel good, you will operate at a higher level. It's like my classic saying, look good, feel good. I buy this shit because I like the way I look in it. When I like the way I look, I feel way better. When I feel way better, I'm a better motivator, coach, husband, father, and everything above. Stop spending money like a fucking dumbass. It's stopping you from becoming the person you want to be. But once you embrace tip number 1 and 2, and you actually start to make something of yourself, don't be too scared to treat yourself. Wake up, build better habits and rituals, and you'll be able to spend money on whatever the fuck you want.